The techniques you use to manifest doesn't have to be hard or stressful, nor should it be. Your manifestation is something that you truly want, that also excites you. So the way you manifest should make you feel light, excited, and hopeful. Hi Bright Light, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brie Mosquera and I am a Law of Attraction mindset coach. On this channel, you will find everything on law of attraction, manifesting, self-development, and wellness. And I appreciate you so much tuning in today because it shows your commitment to your self-growth by being here today with me, taking this intentional step so you can continue to look within. And I am honored to be able to provide you with the tools that you can use to thrive on your journey. And before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells so every single Wednesday and Friday when I upload new videos, you will be the first to know. And together, let's continue to grow our community by sharing these videos and subscribing so we can reach 100 new subscribers by December 2020. So today, we will be talking about how you can manifest through art. And this is a super special and exciting video for me to record for you because if you don't know, I have a minor in art therapy and I just love art. It has always been a platform for me that has allowed me to express myself and also to just really calm down if I was feeling anxious or just feeling overwhelmed. But the main inspiration that I received about creating this video for you came from my Evolve workshop, which is a workshop that I host on my private Facebook group where I explain step by step how to practice various manifesting, healing, and self-development techniques. So this past week on Monday, I actually held the third Evolve workshop where I explained how to draw a Zentangle and its benefits. Are you wondering what's a Zentangle? It's an art therapy technique used to minimize anxiety, self-soothe, and help you feel relaxed. If you're interested in checking out this workshop on Zentangle, in addition to the last two workshops that I held, check out and join my private Facebook group. I will leave the link below in the description box. So we know that when manifesting our desires, we mainly focus on visualizing what exactly the desire will look like as it is ours and a part of our reality. In our mind, we create this story, we create this image with specific details as well. And art can be seen as a visual tool that can support this mental and imaginative process that we go through. I'm guilty of this as well, and let me know if this is something that you also struggle with in the comments below. So when we're practicing the creative workshop or just simply imagining our desire, we struggle with thinking about every single little detail because we're not really clear of what exactly these little details look like to manifest our desire. And when we struggle to create this clear image for ourselves, we can get stressed, we can start to feel uncertain about our desire. And like we know about the law of attraction mindset, whatever we place our attention to, whatever emotions we are experiencing, whatever thoughts we are having is attracted back towards us. So when we start to build this feeling of annoyance, we are just lowering the vibrational signal to the universe and just clouding the type of request that we are sending, ultimately attracting more of that uncertainty. So instead of doing all this work of visualizing, of imagining what exactly your desire looks like all in your mind, you can use art to put all your thoughts, your emotions onto paper, which stimulates your mind in a different way because you are using more of the left side of your brain, which hosts our creativity. And the more you practice various forms of art, the more you are building and working out this muscle, which will help you to think outside of the box and imagine further. And all those little details that you were struggling before to think of will come to you easier because you are open and using less of the right side of your brain, which is where all the logical and reasoning thoughts come from. And sometimes these logical and reasonable thoughts that pop into your mind are just trying to protect you. So when you are thinking about these little details that go into your manifestation, your logical brain will think, nope, you can't do that because you might place yourself in danger. So give your logical side a break and start tapping into the left side of your brain to spark and build on your creativity. And you'll be surprised to see a new level of self-insight. And just because you're using art to manifest doesn't mean that you have to be a professional artist or have artistic abilities. The point of this activity is not for you to see how your painting or how your drawing comes out, if it looks good, if it looks presentable or pretty. It's more about helping you take a step back and be present in the moment, so you can focus on all these little details of your manifestation in a creative and artistic and expressive way, rather than just trying to work your mind and have your logical brain pop into the left side of your creative side of the brain and interrupt that process. The great thing about art is that there's no right or wrong way of practicing it. So allow yourself to have fun with this activity by either painting, drawing, using markers, crayons, color pencils, or even adding extra types of fabric and material onto your piece. Maybe you'll use a hot glue gun to glue feathers, or to glue some type of rhinestones or flowers or leaves and add them to your art piece. By using tangible materials, you also incorporate your 5 senses, which convinces your brain of your manifestation's existence. Once you complete your art piece, it doesn't mean that it's done and that's it. You can always go back and add to it. So when you think about your desires, what exactly does it look like? And how would you like to express it onto paper? Is it gonna look abstract? Will it look like pop art or surrealism or expressionism? It is all up to you. And as you're creating your lovely art piece of your manifestation, you wanna think about the process. Focus on the process. Focus on what type of shape or color you're gonna use next, rather than focusing on the outcome and how you expect it to look like. It's not about how it looks in the end. It's more about this process that you are experiencing, that you're allowing yourself to feel these emotions as you draw your manifestation, as you paint it onto the page, as you paint a certain color that sparks joy and happiness. So as I talk about colors, you also want to think about if there are certain colors for you that represent a certain emotion. For example, when I think of a bright yellow, I think of happiness. When I think of red, I think of anger. And when I think of purple, I think of tranquility. And identifying your emotions in this way by tying it to a color also provides you with further insight about yourself, about how you view emotion and what exactly it looks like, and how the emotion can even be triggered when looking at this color, even outside of this art activity. So no matter what art style you decide to choose, allow yourself to be, to have fun, and to let loose. We can be so rigid sometimes that can create stagnant energy within us. So just allowing yourself to be, to let loose, and be present in this creative activity, you begin to feel calm. All the thoughts that usually go on in your mind start to decrease. As you begin to feel calmer, and as you begin to see the colors on the page that bring you joy and bring you happiness, you begin to experience additional positive emotions. And you want to acknowledge those emotions as they pop up. And the time that is spent creating this art piece, creating your manifestation into an actual visual, is you creating it into a reality. Because remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between fantasy and reality. So whatever you're telling it, whatever type of activities you're participating in, is what your mind will believe is what's actually happening. So your mind won't be influenced by the actual style that you're using. Your mind will be influenced by the thoughts that you are having while you are in this creative space, by the colors that you are using that represents the emotion that you are feeling. So the positive vibrational signals and energy that is created during this activity is what your brain will pick up on. And as we move into the colder weather, you can also practice this artistic activity with a friend, either in person or via Zoom, with someone who is also interested in manifesting. Because when you manifest in a collective, in a group of other like-minded people, along with experiencing the positive emotions tied to your manifestation, because remember, the emotions we feel is also super, super important for how we manifest. So manifesting in a collective space will create a stronger vibrational signal. And you can even deepen this activity by writing affirmations or positive words onto your art piece once it's done. And here is an example of a Zentangle that I created that has affirmations and positive words that represent the best version of me and my worthiness to receive my manifestations as well. So once you finish your empowering and inspirational art piece that represents everything that is yours, put it up somewhere. Place it on the fridge. Place it in a room where maybe your altar is, where you have a sacred space. You want to make sure that you are able to see it every day and that you take aside about 10 to 15 minutes a day to look at this piece. As you look at this piece and as you look at the shapes you drew or painted and the colors you used, you will begin to re-experience the positive emotions felt during this activity. Because as you allowed yourself to be present and mindful during the actual activity, you are allowing your mind to appreciate the process. So then you're practicing a little bit of gratitude. So you relive those appreciative, those joyous, those tranquil emotions that you initially felt by looking at the picture. And also thinking about your manifestation. All the little details that go into it that is seen through your art piece. So I'm super excited to see what you end up creating, because as an art lover, I always have an appreciation for any type of art. So feel free to send me a picture of what you create either via email or on my Instagram at bebold.befierce.bu. So I look forward to connecting, and I am sending you so much positivity, light, and creativity your way. Let's spread the knowledge learned today and share this video.